let's go back. The year is 2020. Let's take a look at this photo that we have.
Yeah, a location you would never guess. You know what? I didn't even realize he put that on there.
Wait, huh?
So that's you and Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Led to you getting quarantined when you rejoined the Clippers in the bubble.
Yep.
Made you the talk of the sports world at that moment. Did you know when you took this picture with Jack Harlow that it would become such a big deal?
Absolutely not. Because I thought we did it. I thought we did what we were supposed to do. You know, and since this is like because I gotta get this.
That's all we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, look, we got our mask on and shit. I thought we did it how we were supposed to do it, man. But I want to put this to bed. I didn't sneak out of the bubble to go to Magic City.
Yes, please tell me.
That's not what happened. They excused me from the bubble to go to a funeral. Doctor is traveling with me. The funeral home was a block away from Magic. I've been staying in a hotel, eating hotel room service food.
Magic got good food.
Magic got good food. This is my hometown, and if you know ATL, we eat in our strip clubs. Yeah. That's where you can find the best food. Cheetah, Magic, so on and so forth. Poppin' Magic. What they won't tell you is it was 8 people in there. All of them was with us. So let me give you a backstory. I met Jack in 2017. Young white kid came in the studio. He was with one of my business partners, and we playing music, and he like, man, that's fire, man. Your music is good, and this and that. And I'm like, that's what's up. And I asked my partner, who the white boy? He said, oh, his name Jack, man. He from Kentucky. He a rapper. I said, okay. But Jack and his brother was in the studio with us, and they just vibing. They 2 regular white boys, having fun. I take them to the club. Jack don't drink. I got them shit-face hammered that night. Shit-face hammered that night. 2-3 years later, he got the #1 song in the country. Walk in, I hadn't seen him. I've been in the bubble. I ain't seen him. What's Poppin' is going crazy, but I hadn't seen him in 2-3 years. I said, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Let's take a shot. All right, cool. Took a shot. Jack said, yo, you think it'd be cool if we take a picture? Because he knew I was out of the bubble. I said, yeah, I got my mask on, you got your mask on. I don't see where it'd be a problem. So that's where the picture came in. If I'd have known that the picture was gonna do what it did, I'd have said no. But I thought
everything's in order.
I thought everything was in order. Where we fucked up was Jack tried to cover for me, and he lied. Because he posted the picture, and then, mind you, he has the #1 song, so his engagement is out the roof. Everybody on his page, so they like, oh shit, Lou Will done snuck out of the bubble. So he tried to clean it up for me. He said, nah, y'all chill. This an old picture. I got the bubble mask on.
Y'all were just ahead of the time.
I had the bubble mask on, and so another thing people don't realize about that whole thing was, by the time it hit the news, I was back in the bubble in quarantine already. I was back already. So L. Frank called me. L calls me. He says, hey, who the fuck is Jack Harlow? I said, that's my homeboy. He a rapper. What's the problem? I'll call you back. Hung up on me. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? My agent called me. We got a problem. What's up? Man, it's a story taking off that you snuck out of the bubble and you was going crazy, hanging out at the strip club. I said, no, I went to eat, but I left. This was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, the story spiraling out of control. They said you was partying in Magic City all night. I said, dog, I'm back in the bubble already. What are we talking? I'm back in the bubble already. Get off the phone with my agent. He called me back about an hour later. He said, man, look, this was a Friday that this happened. I was in Magic Thursday evening, back in the bubble on Friday. He said, Monday, when media cranks back up, we're gonna have a shitstorm. I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, what happened? And Monday, sure enough, I was Lemon Pepper Lou from then on out.
There is some positives, though. That's my favorite nickname, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yeah, man. And you was talking shit. You was giving me a hard time because you do your thing.
Comedic tweets. Comedic tweets. Helping to lighten the load.
At that time, I was taking everything personal.
Yeah,
at that time, I was taking everything.
I didn't know I impacted you like that. I would just.
Nah, it was cool because to me, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. And for somebody that always carried myself in a sense of not trying to be attached to any goofy shit. I didn't like being attached to some goofy shit. So I was just fighting everything. I was into it with Perk on Twitter. I was into it with everybody because I didn't want that type of energy to be attached to me. Now that everything is chilled and calmed down, I've learned to embrace it, and because of that, you know, Lemon Pepper Lou is here to stay, and that shit ain't going nowhere, man.
It's a funny.
It's a legendary nickname.
Go ahead and give you.
No, but that's the thing.
Crazy.
Like,
Hold on, though. The crazy thing is, my wings ain't even lemon pepper wings. They barbecue with lemon pepper sprinkles.
Okay.
but if you really think about it, right? People like I didn't not one time think that you fucking snuck out, right?
Yeah.
People that know, like the way you hear about, like we all around, like this shit is the most secure place it could fucking possibly be.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no fucking
Ain't no
sneaking
sneaking
nobody
out of that
in
shit
or
or out.
out of this motherfucker. So we all was like, fuck you sneak out. Like, how the fuck you gonna get back in? Like,
How the fuck you gonna get back in?
yeah, that's my thought.
Nigga
I'm
snuck
like,
out.
Put that nigga in the suitcase.
yeah, like that's my thought process. Okay, if he did manage it,
Yeah, and think about
how the
this.
fuck he gonna get back in there?
I never got fined. I was never suspended. It just took my quarantine from 4 days to 10 days. That was my punishment. So the NBA knew what I was doing. Again, I had a doctor traveling with me. I was getting COVID tested 3 times a day. Everything that I was doing was documented, but they told me, they like, hey,
The media.
we gonna throw the book at your ass best we can so nobody else in here can think that that's cool to do.
Yeah.
That be the problem sometimes
Yeah,
with
no
stories,
escape,
right? They're with you. The NBA is with you traveling. You're there. They done tested you. Everything is good. But they still want to throw the book because of the media.
Yeah,
If we kill Lou, nobody else will try this bullshit.
they did that.
I know. Yeah.
They did, man, they had me on the phone with real federal representation. Asking me questions like, so did you do this? I cut the lady off. I said, ma'am, can I ask you a question? I said, am I in like legal trouble for this? Like, do I need my lawyer on the phone? She said, no. I said, oh, I didn't want to talk to you then. What I'm talking to you for? But at first I was scared shitless because they really was asking me questions about, well, how long were you there? And you said that you had glasses on. In the picture, you didn't have glasses on. Like I was really on the stand. Really on the stand, bro.
Remember, I asked somebody about the bubble. I was like, so everyone's tested in the bubble. They was like, yes. I said, so they all got tested. Yes. It's secure. Nobody else can get in. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's clean in there. They was like, yes. Then why the fuck are they wearing masks
And
and,
keep
doing
getting tested.
and doing all this on the court? Why is the bench wearing masks and all? Why? And they said this. Optics.
It was all
Because of America's doing it, we have to participate.
Motherfucking
So I'm like, this is the cleanest place on earth right now, but y'all are pretending for America.
the optics. And
For the rest of they said because what we're doing right now, the rest of the sports
Gil.
have to think. So I'm like,
putting the chairs on the bench, motherfucker.
I'm like the chairs on the bench. You go in the game, y'all touching each other, then go on the bench and put the mask on. I'm like,
no, it was insane, bro. And here's another thing. We was in there so long, outside had opened back up. We was the only ones locked down. We was the only ones still locked. Outside opened up. Nigga, we at Disney hear them on the roller coasters. Woo! We can hear it.
Outside with the mask.
We sit there sick as hell, mad as fuck. Everybody else having a good time. Back outside, living their lives. We still in here.
well, Lou, we appreciate you taking time out of your
sure.
schedule to pull up to the arena. We know you got to take off. Thank you for obliging Mr. B, getting that one-on-one game going.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for coming up.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, find you a partner. It can be a pro
That's the only
or ex-pro.
that's the
As long as they're not
stipulation.
ex-pro, 2-on-2. Join the league.
Say less. Say less. Hey, man, we up the street. Any of y'all more than welcome to come through the lounge.
Hey.
Kmart been through. Gil been through. You owe us one, man. Come to the lounge.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen.
Look.
I told you, lady, man, do the little podcast and boom, boom, boom. I ain't gonna lie. The shit you turned that shit into, that is a vibe.
Well, thank you, man.
Now that is the vibe. Like,
appreciate
listen. What? That's the boom, boom room.
Boom, boom, room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School over there.
Yeah. I'm glad I brought my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be honest.
I'm glad you brought your wife.
Because
Everybody
when I got there, I was like, oh, man. Yeah. Shout out, Lou. Make sure you subscribe.
Discipline.
Yeah. I had to. Subscribe to the Underground Lounge. They doing some great stuff
Yeah, I know,
over there.
dead
We
ass,
appreciate you pulling up to the arena, man. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
y'all. Much love. Much love. Listen, Big.
My nigga.
Ah.
And the memes were in good spirit and good nature. I was trying to lighten the mood with the media. I just want to point that out.
Oh, nah, hey, man, that shit long.
They were
gone,
funny,
brother.
though.
It's all
They were
good.
funny.
Oh shit. Old man got.
Nah, Tread, I ain't showing you my ass this time.
You showed your ass?
How much
Yeah,
y'all?
I got it.
So y'all still? How long y'all film today?
Are we still going right now?
Like
we
20 minutes.
still on. We still on.
Let me get out y'all. Oh yeah, y'all still on? Let me get out y'all way.
All right, it's
This is at Lodgers. This is Gil's Arena.